You guys always rewatch the videos. That's another power. That's another way to reinforce what you learn. A lot of times, the first time you watch a video, you'll only recapture like 10% of what you heard. So a lot of times I have to rewatch videos or rewind, and just to make sure. Also, make sure you write anything down that you haven't heard, or even words, or anything that starting on your goal list. So once again, the signs of a non-drifter is they basically know their purpose each and every day. Find out her stress triggers, but also how do she handles those stress. So once again, this is a great way to understand your woman, and a great way to be able to help her when she's feeling stressed. So once again, it's a both, because once again, you over here trying to build a true connection with a woman, and you need to, it's a partnership, so you're gonna have to help her out, so she's feeling stressed, and you meditate, you run, you exercise for your therapy, then you're gonna kind of push her to that. But if she like, hey, I do drugs, I maybe cut myself, then you're like, you know what, I'm gonna have to stay away from this one. That's not what I'm into, deuces, or are you getting help? And if the answer is not what you want to hear, then I'm gonna go. But like I said, some of the choices that I won't mind, or like that I try to look for, that's been common, is like I said, working out, meditation, yoga, Pilates, weightlifting, running, biking, whatever. Sex, like that's kind of neutral, but we all do it from time to time, where we just release our stress just through sex. That's just probably the oldest form of releasing through stress, probably the best form in my opinion, but it's also a bad thing if you try to do it too much as well. So yeah, sex is a great way to release stress, but you don't want to be dependent on that avenue, because someone is going to feel hurt when the other person tell their ass no. Is how much you're allocating to yourself. You pay yourself first. So within how much you're paying yourself first, you are going to calculate on a monthly, bi-weekly, or weekly basis, depending on how often you get paid. So say for example that you're paying yourself 10%, 20%, and that came out to be $800 per month that you need to pay yourself. All right, got my handy friend calculator here. So all you have to do is 800 divided by 30. And at that point, you'll get exactly how much you need, 26.66, to pay yourself on a daily basis. So that will be your budget for the day. Say for lunch, eating out at your corporate office, want to, have some fun, whatever it is, that's your daily pay to yourself, or, your budget for yourself. Not saying you have to spend that $26, that amount, but that's what you should have that in your mind before you leaving out to work. So for me, each and every morning, I'm logging into, my, bank account, and I'm doing the numbers, I'm doing the calculations. So, that's, $800 that day. But say if you got 2 weeks and now it's, 150. So 150 divided by 14. And then that's your new number. And you try to stay within that. Obviously we human, so sometimes we will go over, sometimes we should stay under. So, but that's a simple and quick way to always know before you leave the house how much I should be spending that day.